I just came today casual. So hope you are all doing great. Okay, let's give a minute to join others. Okay, please. I mean, while you're joining, then please keep on commenting the sections. So any queries that you eagerly want to discuss, and my seeking my opinion, just put it there. Yeah. Hey Garvit, hi. Thanks for joining. Good morning. So let's start, and then definitely people will join, and then they can play back this session, right? So last discussion we made about the hey Rashekar, good morning, thanks for joining. So last session we discussed about the documentation skills, and we will discuss the BRD document, right, business requirement document, and how we can how it is basically important, these documentation skills for the business knowledge and product owner, and then how this is really helping into day to day for a BA job. Okay, so and then how the BRD basically, when we create we basically initiate that documentation, what things we carries in that BRD document, everything we have talked about. If you still seeking any further help, I have a very dedicated video in my playlist. You can go and watch. It's a full length video. Okay, so it will tell you the format, etc., and etc. Yeah. Hey Anand, thanks for joining. Good morning. Okay, so today's topic is to discuss upon the FRS document. So this is the next level document where we discuss about the functionality of the system or application, which you are going to call it out. Okay, so once we define the BRD, I mean the business requirement document, with which we need to convert then into the function requirement document. So the function requirement document is the document which we discuss with the and then hand over it to the development team. So the development team refers the functionality from the FRS document, and then testers, they also refer the functionality, and then the developer will think over the how they can go and implement, architects also, and then parallelly the QAs, they start thinking what kind of test strategy they have to drive, what kind of test automation framework they have to come up with, because this is the system, this is the application functionality they have to implement, what kind of test strategy, test cases, test plan, etc. Whatever these side, they will be understanding, analyzing, and then coming up with their plan. But from the development point of sight, they will start understanding what kind of functionality we have to implement in this application. So it will be modules, or within the modules it will be having functionalities, and then each functionality, what kind of screens, and then each and every minute information that you have to capture in the FRS document. Okay, so Garvit, sir, I am working as a research analyst since September, but I am looking for business analyst. So how should I do the research analyst in IT organization? I mean, see, we have the R&D department in any product based organization, even the service based organization. If they, for any internal application, they go for that kind of division where they will put some good resources, they will put their efforts to any kind of vision the company is having, to just see if it is possible or not. It is a continuous investment in that area. So they will be getting a kind of application that could be pioneer for that organization, and then they can showcase to across the world or their competitors. They have something unique with them. It's a selling point basically. Okay, so if you are talking research analyst as a R&D department within an IT organization, it's good. Then there is no problem. But if it is something different, then also definitely there is a definitely a way to always to come back to the business analyst role. Okay, there is no challenge at all. Okay, so you have mentioned again, I have seen all your videos, but I don't have experience in this field like a business analyst. So what should I do in this area? Okay, you might have experienced some other IT work, but not as a business analyst. So if you talk about, there is a very somebody will call out a thin line. I will say thick line because uh, you will be the front facing now. Business analyst role is a front facing to the client side. It's not like something you are somebody is conveying the requirement to you, and then you're just delivering and giving back to those people, and those people will take it forward to the client side. Okay, so it's a very thick line, I say. If you know the if you understand the IT industry, the roles and responsibilities, the tools and terminologies, etc., it will be very easy to switch to the come side to the other, upside down. You can always come to the business analyst side or product owner side. Only the thing is, here you might be working as a shadow, and there will be somebody else is the front facing, but here you will be the front facing, because you will be going to talk to the customer. You will be, reaching out, and then understanding their pain areas, and then discussing with them, validating the requirements, and then demonstrating the whatever the implementation you have done, etc. So that's a very front facing job, business analyst or product owner, and you should be having a good communication skills, etc., etc. Writing skill, you should be proficient in the writing and emails. So it's again a very good skills you must be having as a business analyst product owner, because you must be sending out some MOMs, confirmation emails, sign off emails. So you should be very good in writing these emails and MOMs, right? So you getting me right? Yeah. So yes, I will say, Garvit, there is not at all problem to switch to the business analyst. Only the thing is, recommended thing is, you should be understanding the day-to-day job responsibilities of the business analyst. I will recommend go through the videos which I have created so far, and then you will definitely able to reach from 0 to at least 60-70%. That I can promise. Okay. So, hey Rashikar, you mentioned FRS, SRS, FRD is the same meaning. No, FRS and FRD is the same thing. Somebody call functional requirement specification, that is FRS. Someone call FRD, functional requirement documentation. Okay, so these two are same, but not the SRS. SRS is the system aspect of the application. There you define the system aspect. So technical aspect. So you will be having the non-functional requirement as well in the SRS document, whereas the FRS document you will be having all the functional requirements. Okay. So tomorrow, when we will meet at 11 a.m., I will talk about the SRS document as well. Okay. So stick to the topic FRS document, where when we create this FRS document. So once we have the full and final every information, possible information of business needs of the clients, you define there as is process to be processes, or leave about to be process, at least the as is process you have defined. You know their pain areas, you have documented that, and then you just throw this to the client, and then ask them, boss, my understanding is correct, this is what you're looking for, this is what you're trying to convey us. If they give the sign off, then it's very easy from function BRD to converting the requirement into the function requirement. Each business case will turn into the functional cases. Okay, I will tell you how. Tanu, hey, hi, thanks for joining. Sir, I got a case study for WhatsApp implementing new feature for turn off chat history. So, what will be the edge cases for these case study? Edge cases means, see, turn off history is basically you are controlling your chat history, right? I think, right? So you are turning off your chat history with you have done with other people in your contacts, right? So I mean, I will say, if we talk about implementation, it is just showing the control over some of the settings area. And then you should be, if I want to implement, I can implement in two ways. Chat history, off, chatting off the history for specific people you are chatting, or across all these chats. So I will give, if I have been asked to implement, I will give this two configuration. So any application, any requirement that comes to you, if you are delivering in a configurable approach rather than hard coded, then it's a best solution for any, and then customer and client delight that kind of flexible system rather than hard coded systems. Okay, so Edge cases could be what? I should be able, as a customer, I should be able to turn off the chat history for of my choice contacts. This is the one of the case. Okay. As a customer, I should be able to turn off all the chats of across all my contacts in one go. That should be the second case. Third case, I should be reopen my chat history for given contact. That's the third case. I should be able to turn on all of my chat history contacts across all my contacts. Okay. So these are the four cases which is coming in my mind right now: positive and two negative. Negative in the sense which you are blocking, that you are reopening in that way. Otherwise there is no positive negative here. Okay, these are the four scenarios. So if you are blocking something, you should be able to feasibility to reopen that, right? So four scenarios, Tanu, I told you, right? Yeah. In interview, actually, they just they check basically your immediate thought process. They are not looking for any solution from you. They just try to understand what is, how do you think towards that given problem statement. Okay. So you can basically understand their case, whatever the scenario they have given, and then try to apply any similar experience you have, similar scenes you have think of, you have seen somewhere, you have experienced somewhere in past with any other application, with any other discussions. You could try to recall and then see how you can utilize that information with this case study or the given problem statement, and then present whatever the things coming in your mind. And you can add at the end, right? See, this is the kind of I believe in the collaboration, so I always talk to the team architects. I take their advices as well. So I'm not a decision maker on the solution part, but yes, I throw some ideas and then that leverage to the further discussions. So I include the architects, developers, QAs, everybody in the team, right? So that way we can convey. Hope I tried to answer your question, right, Tananya? So Garvit, again, sir, as a research analyst, will be able, it will be helpful for my business analyst role. There is no problem at all. I mean to say, so as long as you are agreeing whatever I have told you, to becoming a front facing to that role, you should be the front face to talk to the customer, and then any kind of communications. As long as you're comfortable, if you're not comfortable, you should be doing some kind of practices, watching videos, playing that role with your friend circle, and then when you see this, you are confident, you can basically go ahead. And then that's the one of the skills, right? The rest of the skills is what? You documentation skills, communication skills, tools and technologies that we business analyst follows. Okay. How the day-to-day job of a business analyst role. So I will recommend you go through the videos which I have created. Still you see, watch those videos thoroughly, and then it's not like a time pass kind of things. Put your sincere efforts and attention, and then if you see still any challenges, then we can talk again. Okay. But I say there is no challenge. Converting from any job role to the business analyst, there is no challenge as long as you know the basics of the business analyst, what tools, documentation skills, how to day-to-day job role, agile, and some practices, etc. And then you are comfortable. Okay. Uh, so Garvit, okay. Because I have knowledge of SQL, Power BI, Excel. That's what I said, right? It's very good for you to switch to the business analyst role, Garvit. I think it's very fantastic opportunity for you. Okay, if you really want to come to that business analyst role, okay, there is no challenge for you. Some additional skills that require for dedicated to the BA, go ahead, do that, and then you will be fine. Okay, Rajshekhar, your question. SRS and NFR both are same. See, I will say NFR is a part of the SRS document. So the first half is talking about the function requirement, and then second half will talk about the non-function requirement. That's nothing but your NFR. NFR, non-functional requirement, that you put into the second half of your document. Okay. So Garvit, I have knowledge, but I don't have experience in the field. Where, so that's what, right? So if you haven't played that role of a business analyst yet, then if we need to see if we can turn your previous experience as a business analyst, because you're somehow closely, I think you said, right, user stories, wireframe, etc., BRD, FRD. It means you are already in that kind of similar role. So I think there is no hiccups to call that your previous experience, instead of a research analyst, call it as a business analyst, and then put this experience, and then talk to the during your interviews confidently, and then you definitely crack. Okay. Hey Rohit, thanks for joining. How is ESG research analyst role relevant to the business analyst? I'm not aware about that ESG research analyst role. A lot of research positions, right? In medical, in pharmaceutical, in IT we know the GD, right? I mean the research and development. That I know. And then data analyst roles are there. But what is this ESG research analyst? I am not sure. Sorry, Rohit. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Junaid. Hi. Thanks for joining. Rajshekhar, in Agile, which document gets sign off from customer other than user story? How waterfall model we have BRD? How waterfall model we have BRD? Okay. So in Agile, there is no sign off on the documentation. Okay. We basically do the statement of work or a contract sign off with the client, where we define the major vision of that functionality, that we do the sign off and contract with the client. The rest of the execution of this application, the product you are implementing, that something is you create the features or epics, and then you discuss those features and epics with the client, and client, whatever the remarks or recommendation or suggestions they give, you accommodate that in the tool, right away in the tool, Jira or Rally, and then save it. Simple. There is no sign up. You, in Agile Scrum, the most important part is the MOMs. As long as you are able to continuously sending those MOMs, this is what we have discussed, this is what we have agreed, this is the some action items on someone. As long as you're able to record those sessions to during that call, and then sending those MOMs by mentioning that recording links as a hyperlink, definitely you are good. There is no BRD, FRS, SRS or something we create in the Agile Scrum methodology. Okay. So, and then next question you said, how waterfall model we have BRD? Yeah, waterfall model we have the BRD. Oh, that's the first document we create as a business analyst or product owner. We should create that BRD document. Okay. That's the first document where we understand their pain areas, target audience, their problem statements, their business needs, business cases, etc. Okay, that's the first document in waterfall, and not in the Agile Scrum we create BRD and all. No. And as long as if the client is deliberately asking that to come up with that kind of document, even though there is a Agile Scrum process, for the sake of to have documentation of their application what we are developing, if that specific ask is asking by the client, then you have to create, otherwise no need to create, I will say. And then if your client is asking, you will buy that time also, right? You will be claiming that time in your claim that as a user story in your name, and then you start creating in parallel of your software development process. You will be basically keep on adding the requirements in the BRD or FRS document also. This is one of the other deliverable for the client, very simple thing. Okay. Same I is I okay. So Parth, hey Parth, thanks for joining. Hello, sir. I am a business analyst. Okay, with 5 years experience and 3.5 years in e-commerce domain. Very nice. And the other 2 years in US healthcare. Very nice. And general insurance. Is it wise to keep changing domains? Yes. In business analyst, is wise to keep changing till your 15 years experience. Later, you need to pick one domain, get into that kind of product based organization, and work for rest of your life. So whatever the growth, whatever the experience, expertization you want to take it, take it. Okay. And then if you really want to keep doing the challenging work in the rest of other life post 15 years of experience also, then IT service based organization are the best, because you will get the technology exposure most in the service based organizations rather than the product based organization, because you will be appointing to the different projects. You will be getting exposure to different era of the reasons of the clients. You will be talking to the Australian clients, the European clients, US clients, Canadians, and then they all might be using a different technologies, different processes. So you will be keep on learning. So if you are that kind of person, keep on working in the IT service organization, keep on learning a different domains. But if you really want to give a pause and then want to take some rest and then go smooth like government job, post 15 20 years experience, pick up a one domain that you are strongest area, find a job in that domain, and then work rest of your life in that organization. Okay. Same in Agile. Which document shall we use? Rajshekhar. Same in Agile. Which document shall we use? In Agile, generally, see, architects create some kind of documents, design documents, etc. But as a product owner, you don't supposed to create any document. It is all epics, features, user stories. That's all. Nothing else. And release notes. Release notes we create whenever we make a major release to the production. Okay, release notes. A risk register, yes, you can create on top of anything. Uh, risk register is the, and that is also is not a document that you define in the rally or Jira itself. The risk. Okay, so take example, teams not requirement clarity is not in time, and then client is not able to provide the required timeline to support you in the requirement clarification, etc. Okay, and then any infra related challenges, any DevOps related challenges. Okay, any any tools which is okay, any security related challenges, that all you want to highlight in the as a risk register. Okay, that you can then mention those risk details, risk mitigation plan, and then risk category as a high medium low, etc. Okay, critical. And then you discuss these things with your team and then try to resolve that risk in time. Okay. Hey Junaid, okay. Before that, Rajshekhar, again the question: user story we write for better developer understanding. Yes, yes. So we user story is we are writing a user story for the developer, so that, and then of course for the QAs as well. So they take up that story, go to the acceptance criteria, they understand what they need to implement, and then they implement as per the acceptance criteria and the requirement. Okay, and testers drive the test cases to test that accordingly. Okay. Junaid, hey, so I just want to ask you, how can we answer on HRMS project and their features and functionality? Uh, so, I mean, there are a lot of tools, right? So, if you have worked, so this is again a domain, HRMS. Okay, so if you have that domain experience, you have implemented such solutions, or you have worked on such solutions with any existing product. What is that, right? I am not able to recall those products. When you go for application to any client online job portal, so they could take you different they whatever the tools they have integrated for the recruitment process, HRMS tool. Okay, so it will be having the screening part, then screening, and then application registration, I mean candidate registration. Okay, and then a shortlisting process, then further take it to the next level, first round interview, second round interview, third round interview, etc., etc. And then some disclaimers will be there as per the your data will not be saved, I mean the data security policies. So it will vary from a region to region, in country to country. You have to define very clearly your data is not going to be exposed to other, it will be saved and safe in that company database, etc. That kind of policy declaration you have to mention. So if you have implemented such this is another domain. If you have worked in such a domain, it's very easy, right? If you haven't, then I don't know. See, as a business analyst, I see don't challenge in the any kind of domain. It's a matter of a week or 2 weeks. That's it. So any new work is coming, you will be definitely talking to the customer. They will tell their problem statement, problem areas, and then you will be doing some analysis and coming up with the requirements, right? So I don't see any big challenge. HRMS, I think, Junaid, I tried to explain you, right? Yeah, that's the process, as per my understanding, as I know. Yeah. And then payroll could be part of HRMS system. So attendance is could be part of your HRMS system also. So we need to think of how this big module application, which is comprising all possible things related to the which is required for your employees in the company. It can be accommodate everything. Otherwise you will be seeing a different tools for each and different thing. Payroll different tool, recruitment process different tool, okay, and then attendance different tool, leave application different tool. So I will say it's all part of HRMS. But some companies, some tools, they give the different module or different tools altogether they come up, or it could be one integrated application also. Okay, but basically HRMS is for the how you are managing your resources, recruitment process, etc., hiring and releasing offers and etc. Okay, DocuSign, you can integrate with DocuSign also, or digital consent of the candidate, you are agreeing on these offer, like that. Yeah. Okay. So Rajshekhar, what basis customer get sign off in Agile? Features a story. The MOM is the sign off. So they will not say they will not send any email. You have to send back an email to them. This is what we have discussed. We have agreed on this below the functionalities to implement. That's it. That's the sign off. You send it. Their consent you are sending back to everybody, looping every possible stakeholders. So it will be visible what you are implementing and what we have agreed, what client is asking, everything. So MO is playing very big role in the Agile Scrum process, guys. Okay. Junaid, hi sir. Just you just explained that there will be BRD in the project. Okay, as BRD is as is document. So if we are handling a scratch project, how can we make BRD? So yeah, from scratch project means what? So think about that way. So there's a logistic company. They have trucks, drivers. They are in the fleet management. So they have the tie up with the different companies, and then your fleet service, you're providing fleet service for that companies. So and those companies are the manufacturing companies for different things. Okay, they are, or take example, they are manufacturing plastic chairs, and then they have tie up as you as a fleet manager to transport their chairs or plastic uh, you know furnitures to different cities and all that. Okay, you got the scenario, right? Now you don't have, as a fleet management company, you don't have any software as of now, but it doesn't mean you are not running your business. You are still running your business on pen and paper. So you will be definitely having one attendance register, hiring register, fleet management register. You are mentioning which truck, vehicle number, who's the driver, if they loaded how much material in that, they have departure at which time, expected time to reach to the destination, which time, etc. You will be mentioning. Ready, and then there will be some phone calls. You will be keep on interacting with that driver. So they will be mentioning today they have reached to this place, today this time they have reached this place, correct? So if they are not having software, it doesn't mean they are not running their business. To run their business more efficiently, they need a software, and that where from scratch you will be developing some software for them. So it is possible they will be implementing an existing fleet management system. There are across the globe. There are a lot of products, but they say, no, no, boss, this is very expensive, or I don't want in that way. I want to develop my own fleet management system as per my requirement. So you, as a business analyst, product owner, you will be talking to them, and then understanding their requirement, and from scratch you will be creating the BRD document, FRS, SRS, etc., and then implementing that. And then if it is agile scrum process execution you want to go, then you will be defining the epics and features as per their requirement, and you will be executing and implementing that. Okay, got it? I hope. Yeah. Thanks, Sunil. Garvit, sir, how can we know which organization is using which model like waterfall? You as and when you will be entering in that organization, you will be getting to know. Okay, so mostly the product-based organization they go for the agile scrum process, maximum to maximum. Service-based organizations they depend on their client's execution method. Okay, Rajshekhar, RCI and RTM little bit same. No. Who said that? Rajshekhar? No, it's not same. RCI matrix is the responsible, accountable. RCI S नहीं होता उसमें. We don't have S. RCI matrix. Responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. And RTM is requirement traceability matrix. RTM, I have created very dedicated video. Go and watch that. RSA matrix also I have explained somewhere. I'm not able to recall which video, but let me explain you. So RSA matrix where you define who do what in that project. So it could be done from both sides. Requirement gathering, requirement consultation. You put the client name, responsible and accountable. Requirement gathering, put business analyst name in the responsible accountable. Requirement analysis, you put your name. Then documentation, put your name. Execution, put developers names. Demonstration, put your name. Sign off and all that, and then other things, right? Maintenance and support, etc., put some other name. Getting my point? So RSI matrix helpful to identify who's the stakeholder at which phase of software development life cycle you will be connecting and consulting with them. Okay. And RTM is the requirement traceability matrix. In absence of any of these product management tools, earlier days we used the RTM, where we had the requirement ID, requirement name, descriptions, and then execution, right? UTC, TS, TSIT, and then delivery, production, release. So it's a full traceability of that execution of your each requirement. But now we use the Jira, Riley, and AHA, so that is fine. Yeah. Go and please watch that video, Rajshekhar. Okay. Rajshekhar, both metrics now require in Agile. Yeah, you can. No, RTM is not required. RSA matrix is required. You can create that RSA matrix for your comfort, for your information. Okay, it's not a deliverable document, but it's for your helpful document. For keep it with you. Okay, but RTM is not required in because you will be using the any tool, right? Jira or AHA or Riley, so it doesn't require RTM. Rajshekhar, can you give an example both metrics? I think I explained you. Rajshekhar, if you still have a question, please bring me. Okay. Garvit, so as a new in business analyst, yeah, thank you, Rajshekhar. Yeah, Garvit, so as a new in business analyst field, which organization should I choose, like product organization or service? Anything is fine, guys. Okay, is whichever is suiting most close to your skill sets, and then your requirement. So your requirement is what you see your growth in that organization, you see that company is stable, you see that there is an annual increment, good benefits, insurance, etc. Longer term vision is clear for that organization, that organization reviews are good, not in hire fire things. Go and join any kind of organization. Okay, as long as you are happy to work in any in your work, that organization is good for you. If you are not happy in Microsoft, it's not a good organization for you. Getting me? Okay, so yeah, meanwhile other questions are coming. Let me continue on the FRS document. So FRS document, you keep the function requirement, you basically convert that business requirement into the function requirement. Okay, how do you that? I have a very dedicated video for that also, guys. Okay, go and watch that FRS document. So business cases could be like, I want to implement a point of sale system so that I can make the payments to my restaurant billings to the POS system. That's the business requirement, very high level. How do you implement? That's the function requirement, and some non-function requirement you have to define. So the function requirement could be like you will be having the catalog of your restaurant menus. You will be having the payments, I mean the amount and fees, what do you call that, rates and all that, GST information. And then you will be having a table numbers, etc., if it is that kind of restaurant. Okay. And then you will be doing the integration with the payment gateways, and then printing the receipt through the POS system. You need to purchase some printing systems, etc. Okay. So, and then POS system also can have the booking management system. That could be additional feature of the POS system. Rather than the only sticking to the payment system, it will be having the it could be having the, if it is a restaurant, right? I told you, right? So if there could be have a booking system also, so customer can browse that restaurant things on the web, and they will book, and then that information will flow and visible on your POS system. And then POS system, you will be able to know what are the things, how many bookings are there, how many takeaway, how many dine in, etc. And then other POS system is like a retail. So you purchase some clothes, and then you go to the billing counter, they will scan, and then they will make the payment, swipe the card or UPI, etc. That's the other way of payment system. Okay. So in either of the way, you will be basically understanding the business requirement, and then you are converting them into the functional requirement. And then when you convert the functional requirement, you can basically define the, from the use case diagram, use cases, use case diagram, and then you can have the wireframes. If it is kind of that kind of application, you can define the wireframes. Okay. So and then FRS is limited to the function requirement, guys. Okay, no NFR. That's the SRS document. Okay. So these things together, it will be helpful for client to visualize what kind of application you are trying to build, and it will be easy for the developers who are going to implement. They will be visualizing what kind of software they are building up. They have to build up, because you will be having the wireframe referencing. You will be having a field data label information, which fields are there on the wireframe, what is the data type of there, what is the min and max length of that, etc. And then you will be having the use cases. By the use cases, you will be able to know who are the primary actors, who are the secondary actors, what are the use case they are interacting with. That will you will be able to define their roles and responsibilities as well. Okay. And FRS document we create immediate after the BRD is sign off and all that. And then FRS is the first basic document that is definitely required for development. Okay. So it's very essential in the waterfall model, but not in the Agile Scrum. Okay. Agile Scrum is a different. But see what, why we are telling this is the age of the Agile and all that. But still, we should be knowing these things, because and you never know what kind of project you will be appointed, and you have to be developing or documenting these kind of documents. I told you, right? It's the client. If client is saying in the Agile Scrum process, you have to come up with this document. You have to do. You cannot say no, boss. It's Agile Scrum. I never worked in the document. I cannot. They will fire you. They will fire you from the project. As a business analyst, you cannot say you don't know these things. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Harsh, how to write user story along with acceptance criteria of NFR? Okay, Harsh. There is a very dedicated videos are there in the user stories creation and the Agile Scrum and all that. You go through. You still have any question? Please ping me over chat. We can talk this tomorrow as well. Okay, there is no problem. I don't have any problem to discuss again. Okay. So NFR, I told you, these are non-functional requirements, and non-functional requirement is very straightforward. It's like performance requirement, system availability requirement, database size requirement, security requirements, etc. Okay, we'll talk through tomorrow, but please go through the videos. It is having very detailed information about the user story and acceptance criteria, etc., etc. Okay. So Rajshekhar, why BA creates mockup? Is it a design team? No. So BA team create in Agile Scrum process. They see if you know project, if you have a dedicated UI UX designer, you know to no need to create. If they doesn't have, you should be creating that. You will be able to visualize, right, what kind of a screen they are looking for, and what kind of screen looking for. You will be having the wireframe. Create that. I have a video also, pencil tool. I have created. I think couple of videos I have created. Go through and watch that, Rajshekhar. So it's an essential skill. You should be having that. This I'm keep on telling the same thing, guys. See, you should know the all mandatory things, right? The core skills. Whatever is being utilized in your project, that's different thing, right? But you cannot say you don't know to the client, right? Or to your company, you cannot say after 5 years, 8 years period, 10 years experience, you will say, oh, I don't know, I never worked. What kind of BA work experience you have then? Okay, so these are the core competencies you should be having that. Okay. Okay, guys. So I think, and then once I will again switch to the FRS document. So once you define these requirements, then you send for the approval to the client. Client will say some changes. If they want to make some changes, you will accommodate those changes, send back again through email, and then they will give their approval. Once they approve that, then you switch to the SRS documentation. And it's not like SRS documentation you will be keep on holding till the FRS document is not signed up. No, it can be go in parallel. But all these documents must be signed off by the client. That's the requirement. That's for sure. We should be taking sign off on this documentation. Okay. Okay, guys. I think I spoken a lot on today, and then I think other than the topic as well, some quick queries. So let's meet tomorrow, and then we talk over the SRS document and this kind of similar queries if you're having. Okay. So let's see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. sharp. Okay. Thank you, guys. Have a nice day. Keep learning. Keep sharing these videos to your friend circle. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks, Rashekar. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Bye bye.